If you're struggling right now, no matter what it is, I want you to know that I believe in you. Even if you're struggling to believe in yourself, I want you to know that I love you. Even if you're struggling to love yourself. That might sound strange coming from somebody who you may never have met, but I've struggled a lot in life. And I know from those experiences that sometimes all we need is someone to believe in us, someone to love us, someone to make us feel seen. Welcome back to Symbiotic Vibration, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of A Survivor's Guide to Survival. If you're new here, just know that you're safe and we see you. And if you're new to A Survivor's Guide to Survival, this is episode 10. There is 9 more episodes prior. I'm using my own experience, having suffered with a brain tumor, many addiction problems, recovering, trying to reintegrate into society after illness. And there's much to be learned in all of the episodes that I've shared thus far, my own experience, and hopefully a blueprint that might be able to help you through yours. This episode is going to be a little bit more intimate and special. I've split A Survivor's Guide to Survival up into 3 separate chapters with 10 episodes each involved in each of them. And this is episode 10 of the first chapter. Chapter 1 was all about integrating our illness, what it is that we're suffering, into our existence, understanding denial, acceptance, the isolation, and much more. And this episode is just to crown off the first chapter. A little bit of motivation for you. I'm going to share a diary entry of mine that I wrote during my illness with you, in hopes that it might help you to feel seen, to normalize what it is that you're going through. I'll talk a little bit about my experience, all of the struggles that I've been through that have eventually brought me to this exact rock that I sit on, listening to a stream flow, trying to share my experience to help others. There's so many times along my journey that I was at wit's end with life. Through my illness, after my illness, long after my illness, ups and downs, roller coasters, as life often is. But something has kept me going and brought me here, and I'm still here, and I'm so very grateful for having learned through all of these tumultuous experiences that I've been through. And so, if you've been watching along this series, you will know a lot about my struggles already. But if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to Symbiotic Vibration. We're building something very special here. And I'm glad that you found your way here. And hopefully what I'm about to say in this video can help you, can help to motivate you, can help you feel seen and feel safe within your own journey through suffering, whatever that is that you're going through right now. So before I deep dive into some of my experiences, let me read you a section of my diary that I kept while I was ill. And I've never done this before. You're now part of a very exclusive club. In fact, I think maybe only 2 or 3 people on the planet, including myself, have ever heard anything from this here diary. So this, well, I suppose we have seen this, the why me. This is the page after. This is about halfway through my illness while I was stricken with a brain tumor. And I'll read it for you. Sitting in bed all night with some nasty feelings physically and emotionally. I have to go get brain surgery, and I'm so fucking scared. Remaining strong for those around me, but inside I'm a mess. I feel so alone. I feel disconnected from everything. I want to cry so badly, but I can't seem to conjure it. Am I scarred inside? I drink just to feel normal. even though I know it will make me feel like this. Why did this happen to me? I'm worried it will have a long-lasting effect on my life. I'm constantly walking around with a ball of fear and anxiety inside my chest. How am I even functioning? The funniest part is that everyone thinks that I'm coping fine, like I am a rock fortress. But then I close my bedroom door, and then I fall apart. I can't sit in silence because my inside voices freak me out. I can't even shower without distraction anymore. What sucks the most is that I am conscious of everything that's happening to me, yet I can't change a fucking thing. I have to bear this burden all on my own. I'm not sure if I've gone a day in months without the thought of suicide crossing my mind. I don't feel like I'm going to do it, but fuck, this can't be healthy. I'm a broken human. I'm like a full bottle with a hole in the bottom, and my energy is leaking from it. It's time to go have some nightmares. Yay. So that was quite hard for me to read. That was one of the most difficult moments in my life, that exact day. I remember it well. Many other sections of that journal, I speak about picking trees to hang myself off. I brought that journal to a river before and I wrote in it a goodbye message to my family. And I stared into the river for about an hour, but I wasn't able to jump, thankfully. Before I was ill, everything was rosy. Life was so easy. I was the little hippie boy, ready to take on the world, and we never expect periods of suffering to come. They just do. It's an inevitable part of life, and a valuable part of life at that. And I've spoken about it before, but without the suffering, we would not be able to contextualize the beauty of life. And I can sit here now, many, many moons after writing that journal entry, and I can happily say that, but when we are suffering, it's very difficult to see. So if you're new here, let me give you a brief synopsis of some of the most difficult things that I've been through. I suffered for years with that brain tumor. Every single day, in grueling agony, consistently thinking about ending my life and holding on for some reason. There's also many, many journal entries of utter belief that I would get better, and that's what kept me holding on. Utter belief that I would create the existence that I live right now, and that's what kept me holding on. Eventually I would get through that surgery, and I would go through a very intense period of recovery for a long, long time. But I wouldn't be able to deal with the trauma of what I had been through, the trauma that I had been through all my life beforehand. And so rather than allowing that trauma to flow through me, I developed lots of behavioral patterns and addiction problems that would allow me to quell the noise of the trauma that was bubbling up underneath the surface. And I would do this for as long as I could. I would use various forms of chemicals. I would use screens to distract myself. I would use relationships to distract myself. I would use business to distract myself. And eventually that would lead to a total collapse. And I've spoken about this many times. Financially broken, emotionally drained, spiritually exhausted, with no real hope of where I was going to go. I had no relationship, I had no business, I had a lot of debt, and I was recovering from brain surgery, and I had a lot of addiction problems. And I was at rock bottom, and I've been there a couple of times. But I'm here. I'm still here. This experience has built me. It has made me stronger. And that's why I'm telling you this story right now. We don't understand while we're suffering that within the flames of that pain, we are creating a beautiful version of ourselves for the future. I didn't understand that when I was writing these diary entries that one day there'd be a version of me sitting on a rock, reading them to everybody, thanking that person for being so strong and for getting through everything for me. And that's what you're doing right now. You know, there's this saying that a seed spends so much time in darkness before it must eventually see the light of day. And I feel like that phrase is reminiscent of what I'm speaking about now. It's within the struggle, it's within the suffering that we learn to become strong. It builds our character. It's through the adversity that we become who we are today. And if you're watching this and you haven't watched any of my content before, I implore you to go back and watch this whole series. There's so many insights and so much information. I'm not going to go too deeply into it all right now. But I just want you to know that I can stand here or sit here as a beacon of hope for you. And that's what Symbiotic Vibration is all about. That's what A Survivor's Guide to Survival is all about. And I'm just so grateful that I'm still here and I have this experience. It's an interesting concept, life, why we've come here. Why life is so difficult, so challenging. But we are here. And we will inevitably suffer. And if you are right now and you find yourself here watching this video, I hope this helps. And I really do love you. I mean that. And I believe in you. I mean that. We're building a beautiful community here in Symbiotic Vibration. We're still in the beginning phases. We have almost 400 subscribers right now. Currently, I'm sharing my experience and I'm building a network and a platform of information using my own experience and hindsight and research to try to support people through what it is that they're going through. But also, the main goal here is to build a beautiful community of souls who wish to feel seen, who wish to feel safe, who wish to share and who wish to help others along their journeys. And right now we're in the budding phases, but people are starting to realize. And so if you feel like you want to be a part of this community, well, I would implore you to subscribe. If you feel like you need to get something off your chest, comment section is always here. I'm sure there's other people around that will support you. If you would like to keep that private, you can direct message me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. My email is in the channel bio. You can email me and I will help you as much as I can with what I have. And I'll leave it at that. I brought my shruti box today. I think it would be nice for me to play some shruti box and sing a little mantra for you all. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but perhaps it needs to be, I am healing, I am loving, I love myself, I love everyone else, I love every cell in my body, that kind of a thing. So let's see how we go. Whoa, that's off tune. My apologies, everybody. That's a sad. All right, how's this sound? So I hope that if you are struggling, no matter what it is that you're going through, you feel a little bit more loved, you feel a little bit more seen, and you have a little bit more belief in yourself after this video. And just know that no matter where you are, Symbiotic Vibration is always here for you. And there's always going to be a space while I still breathe where you feel safe and you feel seen. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next episode.